Hey collectors, Anthony from HNE here, and today we're going to check out Transformers Legacy Dead End. Dead End is a member of the Menasor combiner team, the Stunticons. He is a pessimist with an ego. With a positronic brain full of useless, depressing facts, and a sense of self-worth that does not seem to compute, Dead End is a contradiction unto himself. If everything is so bleak, then why bother keeping yourself polished and showroom ready? So here we have Dead End, and it's pretty spiffy. I have just complaints on his transformation. I mean, there's no QA, QC, any type of issues on this guy, which is greatly appreciated. It has a transformation similar to drag strip on the shoulders, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, because the wheels do have to have it popping off during it. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, they're just pegged, so you can just put them back on. It's just weird. But just like with the rest of the Stunticons, short of Menasor, or I should say Motormaster, he does come with two blasters, and they have this nice purple metallic look on them. And I thought these two would combine together like the other ones, but apparently not. And if there is a way, I'm not seeing it. That would have been cool if they would have kept that up, but I guess they decided not to. Anyway, we'll put those aside. Before we get too far into him, let's just take a look at his box. And the box is the typical Legacy box. Here's a picture of him on the side, close up. Otherwise, here is his car form. Of course, there's 3 of 5 of Menasor. And there's a QR code here if you want to go look up his bio. And typical Legacy side. And inside the box is cardboard, a bit of instructions, and a don't hurt yourself paper. So his transformation actually isn't very difficult. So I guess the best approach is first to undo the back here, and it kind of just ratchets it, or it does not really ratchet, it's kind of a friction joint. It's on there, and it stays on there pretty good. Nothing seems to clip in. Although, I mean, it looks like they're supposed to be, these two pieces clip in here, but they don't really clip in for me. Oh, I guess there you go. Again, one of those, it's happening on camera because, you know what, it works, it's fine. I mean, there's so much friction here that even if they didn't clip in, it wouldn't even be a problem. But we'll start by pulling back this piece. I feel like you should be careful. There's a nice metal pin in here, so I'm probably not going to break it. It's just, mine is tight. It's just super tight. Next up, you want to pull apart the arms here, and you're going to fold the head back, and the head goes just like this. Then you're going to pull up the shoulders, and they're supposed to tab together, but mine don't stay. I guess maybe this is a QC. It just doesn't, but once it's in its like vehicle form, it's perfectly fine. So we'll just keep them here for a sec, and we'll put him into his final place when we transform him the rest of the way. So we're gonna. So here's the part I was talking about, drag strip. So that's fine. It's this thing here because they just come right off. Like here is the wheel. Luckily, it's probably meant to be able to come off in case there's a problem, but it does. And noted, I guess. Fold this one down. And of course, you got to straighten out the arms before you can rotate the wheel back. And it does a nice like kind of locking in place, which I do appreciate. Then again, try to get it to stay together, and the arms kind of slide in to the bottom here. And if you can straighten this up, that would be awesome. There we go. So once you got that done, you can close this first piece and then pull this piece forward. And I don't know, I can't seem to get mine to go all the way down, but there's like, I don't know how you can see, there's like a clip in both sides here, and they're supposed to they hold the tire in place and put the rest of the pieces in place, but mine just doesn't want to stick down. I guess technically also a QC issue if they're not supposed to get close to that, but I feel like they should. But, you know, yours may vary, I guess. Okay, so next up, and this is like a common trope, especially with like the Combiner Wars figures, is essentially just folding in the legs onto themselves. Make sure you do it correctly. And there are a couple places where they connect. And there's a piece here. I don't know how well you can see it. And for the sake of ease, I kind of just prefer manually connecting it like that. And then there's the pieces right here. I'm trying to get it to go. There you go. And then we'll try to put the legs in. And then when you put the legs in, they kind of go up. There's a, I don't know how well you can see this either. There's a slot here where the pegs go. And they kind of just snap in there. It's pretty good. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. And then these just kind of nestle in here. So what we're trying to figure out is, we have two slots, pegs here, as I mentioned before, and they go actually in these slots in here. And it's a matter of, like, you can't see it, so you kind of have to, like, feel for it, and I am just not feeling for it. I don't, like, I keep having to look, and I don't seem to be getting it. Because once they're in, this thing's actually pretty stable. I'll try to move the wheels out of the way so maybe you can see inside, because it looks flush from out here, except for the fender. Because as you see on the bottom, you can't even tell he's really a being of any type. It's nicely hides them all, but it's just this last piece that I cannot seem to get going. Now, if you know maybe a solution to this, go ahead and post it in the comments, and I'll take that as a solution to try. Yeah, mine just doesn't want to be flush. But I mean, this is a minor gripe. I mean, of all the things I've had problems with in figures, the fact that his hood doesn't want to close all the way. I mean, give me a stretchy, ropey bungee piece, and I'll just slash it, or just stick it shut, and then this thing will blow open. But otherwise, I mean, you can adjust the tires, and he rolls pretty good with the tires out like that. I just wish this front end was a better connection. Anyway, so once you get that done, you can actually mount these guns however you like. Because, I mean, there's 3 points here of connection. And I think they're pretty good. I'm not quite sure. See, these are the clips for the back end when you're connecting it. And this is a lost opportunity. They could have done something with this, maybe with the guns, and then still had the connector thing like the other vehicles do, where they're both double connected. I don't know. I feel like it was an opportunity lost there. But, I mean, otherwise, this is a pretty decent, like, I mean, look at those wheels, man. With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this action figure. Did you get it? And how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.